Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashay, back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your girl a comment down below. This is for those of you who have been in the trenches lately, those of you who have cried in silence, those of you who have watched people walk away or had to be the one to walk away, those of you who've been tested and still chose to show up for yourself when it would have been easier to quit. Your spiritual credit score is going up. Now, I know some of y'all got chills just hearing that. You know why? Because it resonates. It confirms what you feel is happening in the background of your life, even if you don't see it in the physical yet. You feel that shift. Okay, so let's talk about what a spiritual credit score is. Your spiritual credit score is the measurement of how much divine trust, energetic integrity, and soul credibility you carry in the higher realms. It's not something you can fake. It's not something you can buy, and it's definitely not something you can manipulate. So just like in the physical world where a credit score determines what kind of access you get, whether it's a house, a car, a loan, your spiritual credit score determines what kind of unseen resources you have the ability to tap into. So are you able to manifest quickly? Are you granted divine protection before you even know you need it? Do blessings seem to follow you even when you're not chasing them? Do you receive warning dreams, divine nudges, prophetic insights, all of that? That's spiritual access, that's spiritual favor. And that kind of favor doesn't just come from being good. It comes from being accountable. It comes from being in alignment. It comes from cleaning up karmic debt. It comes from choosing growth over comfort. Now let's talk about what was holding you back before. Because when your spiritual credit score was low, it wasn't because you were unworthy. It was because you were still in karmic contracts, still attached to soul draining relationships, still ignoring your intuition, still entertaining things you knew were expired, still delaying your obedience, still living from the wounds instead of the wisdom. You were spiritually in debt, and that debt came with consequences. It blocked access. It delayed manifestation. It attracted more chaos. It left you feeling like you were working hard and getting nowhere, because spiritual debt keeps you stuck in spiritual poverty. So let's talk about how you guys raised it. How did you raise your spiritual credit score? How did you get here? Because the credit score increased, baby. And it wasn't easy. You cleared karmic debt. You cut off karmic people. You faced your inner child. You walked away from comfort. You told the truth when lying would have been easier. You healed family cycles. You forgave without receiving closure. You learned lessons without the apology. You chose solitude over fake community. Shall I keep going? You started to speak your truth even when your voice shook. You did the work. And Spirit saw every second of it. You were sowing in the dark. You were growing in silence. You were building credit in the realm of the unseen. So now I know you're wondering, what exactly does this high spiritual credit score give me access to? I'm ready to run it up. Well, now you have access to divine timing, access to spirit-led opportunities, access to favor in rooms you didn't even apply to be in, access to protection when you're being spiritually attacked, access to manifestation at accelerated speeds, access to soul-aligned relationships, access to the next level of your purpose, your calling, your legacy. And some of you are going to start seeing things align so quickly, you're going to start to feel like you're dreaming. Because what used to be hard will start to flow. What used to be blocked will start to open. What used to be draining will start to dissolve. And it's not because the world changed, but because you did. So now, real quick, don't get too comfortable. Because just like in the physical, your spiritual credit score can drop if you start slipping. So here is how you maintain your high spiritual credit score. You need to stay in alignment even when it's inconvenient. Don't go back to people, places, or patterns that you already healed from. Keep your word to yourself. Stay in consistent connection with your spiritual team. Fast when you are called to, rest when you are told to, and move when Spirit says move. Because obedience is currency in the spiritual realm. Discipline is currency, discernment is currency, and gratitude is interest. So let's talk about timing, because this just isn't any moment. This is the astrological new year that we've just entered, the start of a brand new cycle. We're in Aries season, the warrior, the initiator, the spark. And guess what? Neptune has entered Aries now. Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusion, spiritual sight, and divine mystery, is now linking up with Aries, the sign of action and courage and leadership and fire. That means your dreams now require movement. That means faith must be backed by fire. That means spiritual authority must be activated. And that means illusions are over, the veil is thin, but your mission is clear. You cannot afford to have a low spiritual credit score in this era, because spiritual warfare has escalated. Discernment is a must. And alignment is something that's going to be non-negotiable. But for those of you whose spiritual credit score has increased, this is your time. This is your window. This is your divine payout. You're about to reap from every seed your higher self planted. You're about to walk through doors you forgot you knocked on. You're about to access what others couldn't touch because your frequency was the password. Your name is being whispered in divine rooms. Your spirit is being celebrated by your ancestors. Your presence is protected and your credit is clean. So move like it. Pray like you heard. Command your day like you're backed by heaven. Okay? Walk like somebody whose spiritual accounts are in overflow. Your spiritual credit score is going up. And now your life is about to catch up to what your spirit has already earned. Now, I'm going to be diving deeper in this message, really tapping in to see what additional spiritual messages, confirmations, and divine instructions are coming through for you guys. I'm doing an exclusive bonus reading that will be posted on my Patreon. So if you're interested in seeing exactly how your credit score is going up, what's it giving you access to, and how to stay in alignment for even more divine upgrades, go ahead and join me over on patreon.com/ascend with Ashe. The link will be in the description bar and the comment section below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ashe.